guys, so it's me, Kiani. Today's video is of course going to be on this look right here. This is definitely one of my favorite green looks to date. It's inspired by St. Patrick's Day, and yes, it's going to be an amazing collaboration with my girl Shanael, the artist out of Atlanta, Georgia. She also has an amazing YouTube channel giving you guys pro tips and techniques on how to perfect your own makeup application. I'm so excited that we've actually come together to create this collaboration for you guys. So make sure after you see how I created this look that you head on over to her channel to see what she has in store for you as well. But for now, if you want to see how I created this St. Patrick's Day inspired green smoky eye, stay tuned and I'll show you how I created it. Alright guys, let's begin. I'm grabbing my Bobbi Brown color corrector in the shade Deep Peach. And oh no, I'm almost out, but I'm going to use it all the way up to the last drop. Blending that out underneath the eye area to remove the dark circles. It's going to make sure my dark circles do not pop out throughout the rest of the day. Next, I'm going to grab my Milani 2-in-1 foundation. I'm mixing the shades Sand and Tan, applying it with just a flat foundation brush by Sigma. And then I'm going to switch over brushes and move into my Morphe M439 brush to blend this foundation out. It's going to give me a very seamless blendability. It's going to look almost like an airbrushing technique. Just continue to push that product into the skin, so therefore you can create the right amount of coverage for yourself. Bring it down on the neck area to make sure there are no lines of demarcation. Next, I'm going to move into my Sensual Skin Enhancer number SX09 by Kevyn Aucoin. I'm going to use this as a highlight underneath the eye area, right down the bridge of the nose, on the forehead, Cupid's bow, and right on the chin, or normally the places that I tend to apply it. And of course, I can't leave it just like that, which means I'm going to grab next my Crown Flawless Face Blender, very similar to a Real Techniques or a beauty blender. It's in black, $6.99 at Crown Brushes. Definitely want to get you one of those. Next, I want to set everywhere that I applied that highlight. I'm going to go into my Airspun translucent powder in Honey Beige, setting that, yes, using a damp beauty blender. Pressing that product in is going to make sure that that concealer does not move all day long. Next, I'm actually going to go into the warmer shades of the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contouring Palette in Deep, and going to, yes, bring out that contour. Bang, bang, bang. We love it. We want to look deep. We want to look flawless, and this is how you get it done. Make sure that canvas is very even, contour on fleek, and continue to blend out using my Real Techniques contouring brush. Next, I want to set everywhere that I applied contour. So I'm going to use my Queen Collection matte powder. It's called Lasting Matte Powder, using another MAC brush, and just going to set that contour. And that I want to make sure that my highlight is definitely set and baked. So I'm going to leave a little bit of this translucent powder here, and I can whisk it away once I'm done. Next, I'm grabbing one of the newer brow defining pencils by Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is probably not my favorite brow pencil, I have to say, only because the brush is very, very waxy. I am a bigger fan of her traditional Brow Wiz brush, so I will not be repurchasing this. But of course, at $26, honey, we are going to use it all the way until it's gone. Just sculpting out those brows. And I am going for a fuller brow today, only because this pencil is making me do that. And next, I'm going to use a little bit of the Anastasia Brow Pomade just to continue to sculpt out these brows. Next, of course, I want to make sure that my brow bone is highlighted, so I'm going to grab my Almay concealer. I'm just going to pop a little bit of that underneath the brow area, not to make it too apparent, but to make sure that the brows are nice and clean. And there it is, the Almay concealer. I actually found this in my dollar store, but you know, Almay is about $10 and I found it for $1. So can you say winning? Next, I'm actually going to just continue to apply a little bit of that concealer on my lid. This is going to act as a eyeshadow primer. And I'm going to grab a Dual Fiber Synthetic brush by MAC and blend out that concealer. Don't worry, I will leave all the product details in the description box, as well as the brushes that I use. Next, I'm going to grab that shade called Custard using my Lorac Mega Pro palette, number 2. And then I'm going to mix between tawny and burlap and start to transition my eyelids, so to speak. Just continue to blend that out. Just continue to blend it several times throughout this video. You will see that I will refer back to these two colors, and the more of each color that you apply, the more easy it will be for you to blend out. So next I'm going to move into the shade called Tangerine. I'm going to concentrate this on the lower inner V and exterior V. And you can really see how that orange is starting to take shape. This applying enough shadows will allow your blend to be more seamless and therefore your smoky eye to look better than when it starts. So make sure that you push through, girls, and continue to blend. Next, I'm going to grab this unexpected shade right now. It's called Blue Quartz. I just couldn't stand to look at this palette and not touch it, and you will see that it does make sense. Yes, this is a St. Patrick's Day inspired video, but green and blue do play well together, and you will see at the end that it definitely looks fantastic. Next, I'm going to spray one of my angled Sigma eyeshadow brushes with a little bit of my e.l.f. setting spray. Going into this beautiful matte green shade called Forest. I'm going to start doing a packing technique. Continue to push that product in until you get the color definition that you want. Exterior V, inner V, and just continue to pull those colors because you're almost flanking it up into the transition, but I'm really marking my territory. I don't want this green to go any further than really that transition area, which is why you'll see that I'll go back between tawny and burlap just to make sure that the blend is very, very seamless, but I do keep that color down low. Blend, blend, blend. Several times I will switch clean blending brushes because I don't want the look to start to become muddy. So I would say you probably need about 3, if not 4 blending brushes. It just makes your job easier. If that's not something you can do, make sure that you get you a little bit of brush cleaner, and that too will help you continue to blend these looks out. Next, moving back into that forest color and just going to pop that underneath the lower lash line, blending it out. And you will also see that I moisten my brushes either using MAC Fix Plus or even my e.l.f. setting spray. e.l.f. setting spray works well. It's $3. MAC, you're talking about 20 bucks. You will see that I'm grabbing my Vice palette, Vice 3, only for this shade right here called Dragon. So, dun 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 dun, you see your green, there it is, laying right on top of that beautiful blue quartz, and it's giving it a beautiful iridescent hue. Absolutely love this combination together. Of course, using the blue and the green are not necessary, but if you have it, girl, yes, use it. And of course, every time that I apply a deeper shade, what do? Go back and blend out. Setting that brush once more. The setting spray will allow you to pack color to maximum capacity and not get a lot of fallout. If you notice underneath my lower lash line, the eyeshadow is not falling as you've probably seen in other videos. It just really allows that eyeshadow to hold onto the brush until you are ready to place it, and then you can just whisk away any bit of that translucent powder. You did see that I cleaned up the exterior lash line, and I just grabbed a concealing brush and just flanked upward. And look away if you have a squeamish stomach, because I am sticking my Too Faced black eyeliner right in my eyeball on my lower lash line, just because I want to make my lower lash line smoky. And then I'm going to go in with my NYX vinyl liquid eyeliner to create a beautiful wing. I am going to stack my lashes. Pick your favorite 2, lay them on top, adhere them together before you get ready to put them on your eye. That technique tends to work best for me. Next, I'm going to load my lashes up with mascara because this will allow my false lashes something to land on. If you girls are having difficulties applying false lashes, once you put that mascara on and that adhesive does tend to dry, you will be able to apply those false lashes on your lid or on your lashes with no problem. And continue to blend out once more to make sure everything is nice and smooth. Once again, we're setting that brush using another packing brush by Sigma, going back into that Dragon color out of my Vice 3 palette, and I'm just going to rim my eye with it as well to make sure that green is nice and connected. Let's move on and get rid of this translucent powder. Powder does attract powder, so I'm using again my CoverGirl Queen Collection Lasting Matte Powder just to whisk away any translucent powder, so therefore there is no flashback. I'm using my Lover's Blush by Estee Lauder as a bronzer, and then I'm popping on Electric Pink as a blush. And of course, we have to use this Anastasia of Beverly Hills That Glow palette, and there are 4 highlighting shades here, so of course I just mix them all together. spray in that face to make sure that that makeup doesn't go nowhere. Spray, spray, spray. Let it dry. Let's create this lip. I'm using a Ben Nye chocolate pencil. And then I'm going to grab my Estee Lauder Not So Innocent liquid lipstick. Yes, girls, Estee Lauder has liquid lipsticks that are not very, very drying. And of course, that look went a little too pink, so I'm just going to use it as a topper. My MAC, you know what? I'm going to have to find out which one this was. I love this look so very, very much, and I'm hoping you guys do too. Make sure that you check out my girl, Shanael. I will leave all of the product details in the description box. Make sure you follow me on all my social media handles, and until next time, we'll talk to you soon. Love you guys. Bye.